right, hello everyone. It is so nice to see all of your smiling faces, and I want to give you a nice warm welcome to Scottsdale, Arizona, and to our Elevate Mastermind. This is going to be a high-level mastermind like you've probably never experienced before, unless you were at our May one. So any experience that you've had in a mastermind before, I want you to put that to the side and kind of open your mind. And I want to also set aside some anxieties you might have. I know a lot of times when you're at an event like this, you want to take all the notes because you don't want to forget anything. We are going to send you detailed notes at the end of every day. So while there's going to be a couple of things that you're going to want to write down, if you have a big idea, if you have an aha moment, go ahead and jot those down. But detailed notes will be sent to you at the end of each day. Now I want to give you a little bit of a preview. In this event, there's going to be teaching. There's going to be small group masterminds where we break you into small groups. Those will not have detailed notes. So all of the main sessions will have detailed notes. Then there's going to be a time where each of you has the opportunity to come up to the front of the room with Arash and I for hot seat coaching individual masterminding. And the value that you get out of this time, all of them, is going to be the equivalent that you're willing to be honest with yourself and be really certain about what it is that you want, what your goal is, what your struggles are, so that we can have a productive conversation. So look forward to this next 2 days with all of you. It's going to be amazing. We're gonna have breaks, we're gonna have lunch. If you need to get up at any time and use the restroom, just go out these doors right here and take a right, and you're free to do so. There's beverages at the back. Our entire Voss Coaching Co team is at the back and here to help you with anything you might need, any questions you might have. And we are so happy to be here with you. So now, please help me give a nice warm welcome to Arash Vossoughi.
Well, it's great to see all of you. I've met some of you I've never met. Some of you have been to our other events, so it's great to see you again. This is going to be a phenomenal 2 days. We did this event in May. I think it was May. And our clients who have done a lot of things with us said it was the very best thing they did. And I don't know if that's accurate or not. I think it's really powerful because it's 2 days of working on your businesses, working on your ideas, not in it. Most business owners are being busy. And I am going to encourage you to plan out your calendars by the time you leave every day to be working on your business, not just in it. It is very important to do. And we're going to have, like Mikey said, when we bring you up to strategize with you, all of it's recorded, so you're going to get the recording. But when we strategize, I'm going to be very honest. Like if I think you're doing something that I don't think is effective, I'm going to tell you. So I always say in masterminds, one of the keys is not to take anything personally. And when you guys are mastermind to each other, your job is not to judge what each other's ideas are. You want to put all your attention on that person because they're the most important person. I watch a lot of masterminds where people think they know better than the other person, and that's not the purpose of the mastermind. The purpose is to leave them better off than you found them. And I am going to guarantee you that you guys are all probably doing too much. I'm going to guarantee you that. Less is more. Quantum leaps are always about elimination. And, you know, being an entrepreneur is an interesting journey. And entrepreneurship, to me, comes down to a few key things. Number one, and a great entrepreneur is always upgrading their beliefs and upgrading their skill sets. Now, I'll watch entrepreneurs, because I coach them all over the world. They get to a certain level, but they don't keep increasing their skill set. They think they're already there. So they start drinking their own Kool-Aid. And then it comes down to leverage and structure. Most entrepreneurs have the hardest time with structure. Now, I would be terrible at structure, but that's why when I went into business, the first call I made was to Mikey, because I leverage her structure. And I leverage my weaknesses that I don't want to make strengths. But leverage is such an easy concept to understand, but it takes so much trust to build it. And leverage is going to be the thing that is going to scale up your business more than anything. And there's so many things we can leverage. And when I do corporate coaching, one of the biggest gaps that I see, companies could be around for 30 years, but they don't leverage leadership at all. And they're letting their team drive them. They're being led by their team. They act like they're not, but they are. And it is a huge mistake. I was telling Mikey at dinner last night, I saw this post by Amy Porterfield, and she said, if somebody's complaining about a 9 to 5, then get rid of that person. They could ruin somebody else's business. And I thought it was so accurate. So I'm going to ask you guys to really go deep with yourself. Like, turn off everything. Turn off your phones. I don't care if you turn them actually off, but don't be in here on them because you're going to lose the value of it. And when you completely put all your attention on your business, it's going to change the game. Now, I'm going to tell you what I'd like you to do before I get started. How I'm going to do the morning is I'm going to do a lesson to wake you guys up, and then we're going to take a break, and then we're going to do a mastermind that we're going to break you guys up, and then I'm going to start bringing you guys up one at a time. Now, the best part of it is I could be working with Ann, with Mikey, and you're going to get so much out of how I implement ideas, why I'm thinking. And I'll ask Ann so many questions. Like, I already have a question for Ann right away, reading her bio. One of the things is, ask yourself this. What you want right now, am I that identity? So you got to really ask yourself. You could say, I want X, but I'm more comfortable with Y. So I keep working on Y. And I was working with my Pinnacle Club last week. Jenna's in it. And I said the saddest thing to me, and I could say it because I used to do it, so I know when I made mistakes, is people are satisfied with what they don't want. And they keep living that way for 30 years, 40 years. And our life here is so quick. It goes by so quick that if we're not doing what we love and loving what we do, we're wasting our time. Like, that's my big motto. Whenever I go golfing with my friends, I said, we get to do this because one of my biggest philosophies is love what I do and do what I love. And when you operate that way, you're going to grow. You're not going to let your results control you. Now, I'm going to tell you this right now, and I'm going to write it here for you, that this right here is one of your biggest enemies. Right here, present results. I can tell you that is controlling your thinking. That is controlling your decisions. That is controlling the type of actions you take. And so what I want you to leave here is to stop obsessing about that. It's easy. Like, Ed, if I told you your present results, do you know them?
Oh, yeah.
So we don't need to keep obsessing about them. We already know them, right? Kayvon, if I asked you your present results, do you know them? But that's the block. Why is it a block? Because we shrink. We don't feel as good as. Because what are present results? See, there's past results, there's present results, and there's future results. So the past results are what most people regret. The present results are what they're frustrated by, and the future is what they're impatient about. So, think of you. But what I'd like you to do first is I want you to write out your main intent and your main goal. And why I want you to do this, every time I'm talking or I'm working with somebody, you're going to think from your goal. You're going to think from that. So whenever you study, always make sure you write out your goal before you do anything. Before you do your morning routine, write out your goal, because everything follows intention. And intention is frequency of thought. So if we don't have an intention, we're just on wherever we are emotionally. But when you have intention, you change the game. So why don't you start out by writing exactly what your goal is. While you're doing that, I want to congratulate you. I was just thinking about that. I want to congratulate you for valuing yourself enough to invest the time and money to be here. It's a big deal. And you are transforming your identity just by walking into this room. So I want to congratulate you for that. Most people are not doing that. So you are, just in this moment, you transformed your identity. All right, you guys ready? Now, I want you to look at your goal. Is that what you really want, or is that what you think you can achieve? Now, if that's what you really want, great. Don't change it because I'm asking the question, but I want you, like I have this term that I use, I said, own your shit. Like, I want you to own it. I want you to understand that. That's your identity from this point forward. Like, that's how you want to start thinking. Now, I can guarantee you, if you implement what I teach here and what Mikey and I work with you on, you're going to earn more money. But money's an interesting thing. There's never been an easier time to earn money than there is right now. Why do I say that? Just look at all the resources. Look at how business is run and how much money is being made online. How much people are being rewarded for communication. I mean, if you go look at YouTube, people are being rewarded millions upon millions for how they communicate. And if you're not earning that, all it means is you haven't built your processes. You haven't built the right actions, and you're starting and stopping. That's all it means. But the great thing about it, you can always change that. You can always change it. I have a client. The other day I was talking to him, and he was crying to me. He said, I let you down. And I said, you didn't let me down. And he said, I start, stop, start, stop. I said, you haven't let me down at all, but you haven't been consistent. You haven't conquered you. And there is no money until we conquer ourselves. And I said, you're not adding value to the marketplace. I said, but you could start today. I said, so stop crying. Let's pick yourself up and let's work from today on. Now, why did I tell him that? Because people are measuring the wrong thing. They're measuring from the goal. The goal isn't what we measure from. The goal is our accountability partner. We measure from where we got started. You measure from your processes. So a lot of you have been in my group coaching programs. Now, you'll know, if you have not been diligently doing the process, you'll know why you're getting the results. But if you're doing the processes every day, the results happen automatically. It works like a recipe. So the thing about money is nobody earns a lot of money until they decide they're going to earn a lot of money. And that's the rule. Like, they decide they're going to do it. Like, if you look at wealth, there's two simple rules of wealth, in my opinion. It's find the wealthy and study them and do what they do. And it's find the poor and study them and do what they do. Like, you're going to find a complete different mindset between the two. That's why wealth is so easy to create once you open your heart. If you find somebody wealthy, do you notice they always have a can-do attitude? They always are focused on service. They're always focused on increasing value. And then if you watch somebody who's poor, what do they have? They're always complaining, always a victim. always thinking about their past. So that's all you have to understand. Now, to earn real psychic income, you want to enjoy more freedom. You want to do what you love. That's what is going to create real wealth for you, not just money. Real wealth is the fulfillment where you wake up every day loving what you're doing. But people are not looking for wealth, they're looking for freedom. They're looking to be able to do what they want, when they want, however they want, with whomever they want. That's what they're looking for. But everybody is treating a symptom, not the cause. So they make machines. I see this with entrepreneurs all the time. I was telling Mikey this. People are looking at symptoms. When I work with somebody, I'll say, what's holding them back? My income. That's a symptom. That's not a cause. Sales, symptom, not a cause. So we're not looking. We want to start getting good at looking at everything just is, and then finding our obstacle. The obstacle is the cause. You take care of the cause, the effect will take care of itself. So I bet you coming into this room that you guys are working on a lot of symptoms right now. You guys are working on a lot of symptoms. So you work your butt off working on those symptoms. You're really putting the effort in, but you're not getting that quantum leap. It's because we got to get to the cause. So what is the cause of sales? Somebody sales. Right away, how consistent is your messaging? Are you all in? Where are you going with marketing? The sales don't happen by accident. You can't do it once in a while. You get rewarded by what you do every single day. And you are destined to live the life you really want once you commit. Now think about this. I want you to imagine, right now we're at the end of August. So we have 4 months, September, October, 4 months left. Imagine for the next 4 months you had all-in commitment. And imagine you had all-in focus with your goals. Imagine where you'll be by December 31st. Now all we have to do is look at your focus this week. Did it wane? Did it go up and down? Were you all in? Because here's the deal. You're either all in or you're all out. There's no in between. Now, I didn't make the rules. Those are just the rules. You're either all in or all out. Now, somebody will tell me, well, I'm more all in than I used to be. And I say, good. But why don't we hold ourselves to a stronger standard? Because your goal is going to demand that. Your goal isn't going to demand just being halfway in. Think of the things you're just excellent at. It just comes like second nature. Some of you, second nature is serving, but you're all in with serving. Some of you are really good at building homes. For you, Ed, you're all in on that though, right? Why don't we go all in on your mindset now? Why don't we go all in on not obsessing about the present results? Why don't we stop going all in on thinking, this person's more successful than me, so I don't belong in this room?